The Office US is such an iconic show that I don't even need to introduce it. Pretty much everyone has seen it, and according to Reddit, everyone has rewatched it 47 times, except me. I'm making this video because I recently became a basic white girl as I rewatched The Office for the first time and caught a new eye on it now that I'm older. And also I'm capitalizing off the fact that A Quiet Place Part 2 comes out soon. So I thought I should make the 10 millionth YouTube video about the American workplace. The moment I started watching The Office again, I was impressed at how subtle its storytelling is. The Jim and Pam love story is told nearly entirely through facial expressions. Like here, we can tell that Jim is clearly uncomfortable about Pam, her mum, and Roy talking. Not because he tells us that, but due to his physicality. The way he hurries back to his desk, the wide eyes at the camera that say, "Oh god damn it." Then the fact that you can see the slight frustration building in him because he's pretending to do work even though he's clearly performing a stealth mission and listening in. You can tell he doesn't like this, showing his feelings for Pam. Right after that, when Pam's mum asks which one is Jim, you can see his face light up with a smile because he realizes that Pam talks to her mother about him to the point where she wants to meet him. From this little smile, we see that, yeah, he's happy, but we can see the hope in him rise up in that moment. Later on in season 3, when Rashida Jones accidentally showed up to the office instead of Parks and Recreation, a love triangle is formed between Pam, Jim, and Karen. We can see that there is visible tension between the three, and not because it is told to us, but because it is shown. Firstly, this clip, when he is talking about Pam, he says,
I mean, we're friends. Always have been friends.
That gulp right there is pretty much metaphorical for accepting a lie because he has always wanted to be much more than friends. When Karen tells Pam that she knows about their kiss, Jenna Fisher almost has vacant facial expressions to convey how this kind of puts Pam into a form of shock as she doesn't want to talk about this because, well, yeah, she wants to be with Jim, not reminded of her screw up. Also in the same scene, you can tell that Karen sees this as well and realizes that she still has a thing for Jim, which causes her to now speak in a lower volume and softer tone with raised eyebrows, demonstrating that she knows there is a problem on her hands. So how does she deal with this? She deals with it with highlighted moves towards Jim and exaggerated laughter towards his jokes in an attempt to make Pam jealous. In addition, pretty much any time Pam talks to Jim in season 3, she plays up her quirkiness to try and hide the fact that she is tearing up. Literally, most scenes in season 3 where Pam tries to talk to Jim, she nearly tears up, which yeah, makes me love Jenna Fisher even more, but it shows how annoyed she is that she can't be with Jim. She knows she missed her shot. Furthermore, the awkward silences. These long pauses effectively shout, "I am not okay with this." Whenever Jim and Pam talk, you can tell that Karen is angry and jealous as she's worried that Jim will go back to Pam due to her facial expressions. Also, John Krasinski's facial expressions in this scene where Pam announces that she's ready to start dating again tells us that he did not want to know that because he still has feelings for her. The wide eyes really get across how he wants to shout, "No! God, please, no! No!" After giving way too many examples of how The Office is good at showing us information opposed to telling us, which maybe I cut out, I don't know, maybe I pulled a Tarantino. It's now time to show you when The Office doesn't show you something, but instead tells you something. In other words, shoves it in your face. In season 7, when Pam makes a New Year's resolution board, Kelly you know what, I'll just play the clip and risk getting claimed.
Meredith, what are you doing? I could be pregnant.
Okay, no.
Oh, my resolution was to get more attention.
Okay, do you see what's wrong with that? Kelly did something to get attention and then it cuts to a talking headshot where she says that her New Year's resolution is to get attention by any means possible, and then it cuts back to reveal her post-it note on the board which says the same thing. What was the point of cutting to the shot where she tells us that when you could have only showed the shot of the post-it note? If they did that, they wouldn't have me whining about this very minor thing in my life that pissed me off to the point that I paused the show to make a note in my phone so I remembered to make a video about this. Also, executing the joke in that manner would have made it a lot funnier. It just frustrates me so much because, as I just showed you, they are clearly capable of showing us something, so why would they tell us something now? It's because American TV shows going for way too long and they don't know what to do anymore. There was something I wanted to say about the cinematography in this video, but couldn't find a way to smoothly weave it into the main portion of the video as well as the point in general, but the cinematography of this show is great. It is really underappreciated. Yeah, there are never any beautiful shots, but the camera operators of the show are practically characters. The way they move the camera is clearly indicative of the camera person searching for anything interesting. The way they move the camera essentially act as their reactions. Yeah, I just wanted to say that. Okay, cool. Here's my little review of The Office. It was fantastic. I think I enjoyed it more this time around, until season 5. It gets bad after season 4, and really bad after season 7, and even worse after season 8. But it has a great ending, and throughout the show I think I cried like 10 times maybe about that. But I still think that Parks and Rec is better, although I also haven't seen that since it ended as well. So expect a Parks and Rec subtle storytelling video when I rewatch that finally. Anyway, this was a video. Was it a good one? Definitely not as good as this video, which is essentially the same thing, just except I'm super goddamn proud of it, and it would mean a lot if you check that out. Thank you. Also, you should check out A Quiet Place Part 2 on March 20th in cinemas. Or, maybe don't, because coronavirus. It's scary, isn't it? Or, I don't care really. Just have a good day. Do something productive or don't. Just feel happy.
Anyhow you go about it, ain't won't matter cause you go louder. Yeah, how you lost it don't mean nothing, and it won't matter cause you go louder. How you go about it, yeah, it won't matter cause you don't got it.
Why do I always shoehorn in like some Instagram motivational, like inspirational quote at the end of every video now?
You really have to say, oh yeah, every time you eat a candy bar. No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!